we're back at the farm, and equilibrium is all back to normal. First thing we're going to go do is look at the guest services line, because that tends to be kind of a mess. But it's empty. There's nobody there. Yesterday, this line was all the way back there. It was insane. Shoop. Yeah, it was crazy how big that line was. I'm hoping that this year, with all these improvements and changes that Knott's is making, that they realize that that's a big one. That's something that they really need to figure out. Because, I mean, like, right now it's fine. Which, this doesn't really speak for a lot of the year, though. Because this is more of a rarity than there actually being people in the line. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay. I debated getting another burrito this morning, but I don't think I'm gonna. Because I don't have a whole lot of time to walk this morning. I got about 30 minutes. So we'll walk around the park and we'll just kind of get a lay of the land. We'll go backwards today. Let's go through Camp Snoopy first. Today, things are pretty normal today. This rider's not bad. It's still inside the barn, and they're not utilizing all the switchbacks, so that's kind of nice. Maybe 35 minute wait for that. They are only running one train, which does slow things down. What happens for... That's a good question. If they do build a new roller coaster, where does it go? And I've said a lot of it in the past too. I've made mention about all of the surrounding area that Cedar Fair owns, that they're really only using for parking. But I personally think if you're going to make something big, well, if you saw my fantasy book Let's Talk video from a couple months ago, and I put that concept, the Giga Coaster concept from Escape Designs on there, that's probably the best idea I've seen, and that's one that I fully support. I mean, I think that's what they should do. I think they should move all of the backstage stuff over to La Palma, just because because there's a lot of wasted space back there, and I think you can extend Ghost Town back past Ghost Rider to where the Gold Rush Trail is, and this is going to be a hot take, but maybe you end up moving those show buildings for the mazes for Scary Farm. Hey, Vanta, what's going on? Another week at the farm, huh? Here we are. But you could, maybe move the maze buildings somewhere else and kind of reconfigure the lay of the land there, or you keep those buildings there and you put some sort of faux design on the outside, and you just kind of keep the cowboy theme. Oh man, silver bullets right up in your face. You just kind of keep the Old West theme, and you just extend Calico to make it look like a bigger town. Like maybe that's the part of the town that's really developed. I don't know if you guys have ever played Red Dead Redemption. I'm sure everybody here has. But some of the towns are bigger than others in that in that game, and then there's also parts where there's more developed plots of land. There's more there's downtown areas like a normal city. So the main street of Calico could be the old downtown. Build something around what do you mean build around? Oh, you mean the maze buildings back in the... Yeah, I really think that it's a gold mine, pardon the pun, back there. they've got a lot of space that they can use, and I've always been a stickler for dark rides, and I think this park could use one or two of them. I thought they should have put one here in Camp Snoopy. I thought this place was prime for a dark ride. I don't know where you'd put it now, because they are basically extending. They're using all of the space here, which is fine. This is a kid park here, so while a dark ride would be awesome, hey, Charlie's out. Like Fantasyland at Disneyland, where it's basically just dark rides, and then like Casey Jr. and the carousel. They obviously don't have the space for something like that there because dark rides require big show buildings, and they have them back there that they utilize only for Scary Farm. Those mazes are only used for Scary. I don't know. I mean, it seems like that would be a lot of work to tear down the maze, and you wouldn't be able to use those buildings anymore for Scary Farm. You'd have to use something else, and that's four buildings. See, Waxworks, yeah. So there's 4 buildings back there that they use for Scary Farm and Scary Farm alone, and then they've got all of the wardrobe is back there, the training area is back there, the hiring and HR sections back there. All of that corporate stuff. Yeah, I know. Well, especially when you've got stuff like Rise of the Resistance right down the road. Yeah, you've got to, if you're gonna go the dark ride route, you got to kind of hit a home run, or you're gonna get laughed at. I feel like. That's not to say that Knott's can't do that. I think Cedar Fair's got the resources. They're in with all the good tech companies. They have all the top coaster manufacturers. So I don't know. Why not? Extend an olive branch to one of those companies that specializes in dark rides. But if you, like I was saying before about the Giga Coaster, Escape Designs has probably the best concept that I've seen, because they reworked the whole, the entrance to the park, like they basically get rid of kind of Grand Street and like not get rid of it, but it reworks it so Grand Street's not such a cluster on busy days, because that's kind of a pain in the butt being right there next to the intersection of La Palma and Beach, and having it only one lane to be able to enter on Grand, and especially when you've got the crazy drivers in LA that will wait for the last second to merge. That seems like it's only encouraging that sort of behavior. But I personally, I'd like to see them at least extend backstage, move all those buildings over to, even if they like, maybe it doesn't have to be La Palma. I only said La Palma because that's where they have all of the La Palma's where they have the horse stables and stuff. So they've already got a bunch of stuff over there. So keep everything over there. Why not, right? I don't know. That's like my motto. It's why not, right? I don't know. Debating whether I want to go this way, because every time I go back into the boardwalk, I get demonetized because of all the BMI music that plays back here. But screw it, we'll do it anyway. We'll do it for you. I was looking earlier at where they are with the train tracks, and it still seems like they're back behind like where Mesmer is. It looks like they're only pulling one track at a time. Oh, also, accelerator's down today. I think they're, I was making mention earlier, I think it's just kind of a tightening of the screws and refresher, just to kind of give it a break. It's been running hard since they reopened it, and it's only been running that one train, so that train's been getting a lot of work for the past couple months. I think it did its job, though. It ate a good portion of the lines. It's still not the most stable It's not the most dependable yet, but I think it'll get there. I think they're on the right track. I'm hoping that they use this time while it's down to kind of figure out how they can run that second train. And in the meantime, just let people enjoy hang time. See, this song's good. Yeah, this song's gonna get me demonetized. I'm kind of sad. I wanted to go on the Sky Cabin today, but the Sky Cabin's closed. That makes me kind of sad, especially since there's not a whole lot else to do here. I mean, they've got everything. Well, Coast Rider's open, Scrambler's open, the kites are open, the little kite flyers are open. I forgot what they're called. Hang Time's open, Wipeout's open, so everything's open over here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for the big rides that aren't all loopy doopy. It was my daughter's birthday on Sunday, and so we took her to Magic Mountain yesterday, and I've said this a bazillion times, but I can't ride anything that's super crazy, twisty, like stuff like Hang Time. I can't do that stuff anymore. But I can still do, stuff like I can do the Woodies, I can do like Accelerator, I can do that stuff. Speed and height, I'm fine with that. And she took me on Goliath yesterday for the first time, and I was already not feeling great. I had a lot of lunch and then tried that stupid Justice League ride, and I thought that was going to be the end of it for me. I thought I was pretty much done, but I grit my teeth. I got through it, but that's definitely something that Knott's needs over here. Something big, a big hyper, or a giga, or something impressive. I think something that would make them stand out down here instead of just being the little brother to Disney. I know it's a completely different park. It's a completely different experience, but I don't know, I think it's time. I'm still calling for Ghost Town being the next land that they work on after Camp Snoopy's done. I think Ghost Town's going to be the one that they do next, and I really do think that they're going to extend it down the Gold Rush Trail, Candy Cane Lane, whatever you want to call it. It's been a while since they've done anything to Ghost Town, and I think it's getting to be time. And if this last holiday season was any indication, the park's attendance is only going up. This is considered a slow day today. This is Tuesday at 12:35, and with the exception of a couple of spots that are dead here and there. Look at Berry Tales. Nobody's ever in line for Berry Tales. And it's already almost at that little turn. Yeah, that's okay. It's not super impressive to some people, but that ride is usually dead. And back here, there's nothing to do back here except for the bumper cars, so that's to be expected back in this section. But this is a dead day now, and it's actually my point is, if this is going to be what the dead days are at Knott's, that's a good sign, because there is quite a few people here, and I think I hope Knott's kind of sees that and acts on it eventually. There's a lot of security guards standing around today. I've noticed there's a bunch just kind of standing in these like little corners. Better safe than sorry. Oh, so this was where they were. So they stopped here with the track on the right side. You can see that the right side, they're all done. I don't know how far down it goes the other way. It's back behind walls. but it looks like they're just working one track at a time, and they haven't gotten all the way around to where the actual train is right now. Look, see, the river rapids are going again. So it's warm enough you can do the river rapids right now. There's a no line for Pony Express. Oh, I forgot to mention too that since they don't have the train running, they decided that they're going to have the like the little street skits in Calico now. Hopefully they bring back the little stunt show too. I'm hoping that this is kind of like step one to that process, because that would be fun to have those live shows throughout Calico, throughout the day again in Calico. Kind of helps to bring that town alive, rather than just waiting for Ghost Town Alive in the summertime. Oh, Whittles is out too, so they got all the characters out. The characters are all out, and the rides are mostly open. This is actually, it's considered kind of a slower day, even though there's, there's a lot of ride closures. So considering it a bit of a slower day, but it's not bad. And there's still plenty to do. Also keep in mind that the park's only open for 7 hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's 11 to 6, that's it. So that's, there's plenty to do in that little amount of time. I don't know why I have to feel like I'm defending this. Did they ever take the Ebenezer Scrooge gravestone out of the ground over here? I never went and checked. I haven't been to Boot Hill in a while. I'm dropping the ball. Oh, Pony Express. You think so? Listen. I don't know. I think Six Flags is kind of, I feel like it's Six Flags is Six Flags. It's doing what it's doing, and I feel like it's doing just fine. I don't think Cedar Fair is gonna have to pick up the tab. Oh, so Lester Moore's back here. So the what's it called? Ebenezer Scrooge is all gone. So I don't know if that's old track or new track right there. But it's definitely, has that been there? And maybe I just didn't notice it. Like, I know the Blue Hose has been there. I don't remember seeing that track. It looks like it's been there forever. But I don't think Cedar Fair is going to have to really worry about Six Flags operations too much. I think right now, because they're still, the deal's not done. And the deal probably won't be done until summertime at the earliest. But their heads are in the right place. They're making a lot of little small changes that need to be made, especially for Knott's Berry Farm. Because let's face it, Knott's Berry Farm could use some improvements in quite a few places. Especially because standards are so high. But I don't think it's going to come at. I mean, look what they're doing to Snoopy already. They're putting a lot of new stuff in over there, and I think that needed to be done, because that land was starting to get a little stale and starting to get a little old. And I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of history with that side of the park, but we just got to remember that change is good. Change will be good. Oh my gosh, they took the whole stage out from the tree. Without having all these kiosks and like extra settings and extra staging areas, there's just so much open space in this park. You want to know what I think Knott's needs to do first? Is they need to get rid of these old-timey wait time signs. I've never been a huge fan of that, especially since they're never right. When these things they're never right. So, I don't know. Why have them? Well, they're running the stagecoach today, too. They don't ever run the stagecoach on a Tuesday. That's kind of cool. God, Silver Bullet's a walk-on. Again, that ride is always a walk-on. I don't know what they do, but every other ride in this park needs to take lessons, ops lessons, from whoever's working up there. Because I know it seats a lot more than most of the other rides. It seats like 32 people at a time, and they're always running 2 trains. But let's say Sutter's here, for instance. Here's your basic Sutter's line. So if you plan on getting lunch at lunchtime, you'll be in this line for 20 minutes. Oh, but I'm so hungry now. I haven't even eaten yet today. Oh, I was gonna go around to Camp Snoopy. We were gonna do that one. Yeah, we can go to Camp Snoopy too. Let's head around there. We'll go through the front, so you can see the all the walls that are up there. I was really hoping that the Tots place would be open today, since Wilderness Dogs is open. I really wanted that to be open too, but it's like Miners, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's its schedule. So I think it's reached the point now to where whoever's coming to the park is here. The gates have slowed down tremendously from this morning. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys this too. It's back to normal, but the people aren't in there. Nobody in the barrel, spinning around. One thing at a time. We got these little kiosks. You got to move those backstage. And this is still up. I wonder if this is going to be one of the last things they do, is move this, and they'll like make it all ceremonious. That would be kind of cool. Like the placement from the old spot to the new spot. All right, let's go to Camp Snoopy. So, with all of this going on now, Camp Snoopy's down to 5 rides, 6. I guess Sierra Sideliner counts as a Camp Snoopy ride, right? We'll count that. I didn't count that in my vlog, but yeah, it's got Snoopy on it. So they're at 6 rides here. Even with half of the land closed, they're still at 6 rides. Not all kids rides. It's 5 kids rides. There goes Charlie. No, he's out of here. He's gonna Charlie strut his way back to the break room. So yeah, everything that they're working on, everything that they're going to work on, all has walls around it now. So Sierra Railroad, Grizzly Creek, Huff and Puff back there in the background, Tender Paw, and the trucking company. It's just all walls. Camp walls.
See, that's what when we watched Twilight.
No balloon race. Oh man, down to 0. Now 0 people watching. This is what I'm used to. See, now I can do whatever I want, and nobody will know. They kept the mountain up over there, but they moved these walls back for the Tender Paw coaster significantly. You can't go across that bridge anymore. They tore out the bathrooms. Whew. And they're tearing a lot of these trees down too. A lot of the trees are coming down. There's Huff and Puff. What's left of it. I haven't seen what's over there yet. I haven't looked. Yeah, so look at this. It's all the way out. It's all the way out outside the bridge. So you can't go in there at all. And they're working in there too. They're up to something. I don't know if you can see what's going on back there, but they're up to something back there. There's people in trucks. They're still in the demo stage. Speaking of the demo stage, I wonder what's going to happen to our glorious ancient Ferris wheel. I will say the one thing about this Ferris wheel that I really liked was the lights. I love seeing it at night. Oh, Mud Buggies is down too. So there's your walls. There's your Camp Walls, Camp Snoopy. Yeah, trucking company. Hasta la bye-bye. See, they say this park causes a lot of noise, but those, and then you got the cars like that are riding down. And there's the trucking company there on the other side. That's what it looks like now. Still no word on Montezuma, nor will we probably get anything. I don't plan on hearing anything from Montezuma, at least until maybe the other end of summer, heading into Halloween season. They just got too much going on right now. I'm hoping that once the hotel is done, that they can allocate all those resources over here to Camp Snoopy and really start flying through. Still can't beat this area in the park. I love this area so much. Little obelisk. Love this friggin' area. Little temple, little pyramid. So cool. Sorry to spin you all around. There's Sally. So even though the Peanut celebration hasn't even started yet, they've already got a lot of the Peanuts characters kind of sprouting up around the park. I saw a boysenbear here earlier, or he was out underneath the ride in front of the arcade. I don't think he was out this last time when we went around. So this is what I was talking about with, what's it called? Like, even though it's still kind of, it's busy, but it's not, There are some spots in the park that look like this. And I think that's always going to be the case, especially for off days. It's funny, I was saying that I went to Six Flags yesterday, and because that park is so huge, it was busy, but I think the longest we waited in line for a ride was maybe 20 minutes. Which is pretty impressive. And those ride-offs were having a blast, man. They were having so much fun. There's just realized I didn't even look over here. I don't think there's anything over here that is worth looking at. No. Except for they actually fully got rid of those tents out there. So they. Oh, and there's the train. If you look way back right there, you can see the train. So they moved it out for something. I'm really curious as to what they're gonna do here. I'm excited. That'll be so cool. I don't want them to get rid of Montezuma to do whatever it is that they have to do, but I have faith for now. I have faith. Okay. And we're back at the beginning. And that's a nice little walk around Knott's Berry Farm. I'm sorry if it's super turbulent. You know, I have this thing on my gimbal and I'm trying to keep it as still as I possibly can. But I apologize if it bounces around and stuff. Horsies. Anyway, that's pretty much what Knott's looks like now. I may do another walk later this week. I may not. I don't know yet. We'll see. It really just depends. My schedule's been filling up a lot throughout the week. Just oddly, like all of a sudden, I thought this was going to be kind of a slow year, but things are kind of picking up with other projects that I've been working on and stuff. And yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. So anyway, all right. I got 2 people left. Thank you guys for sticking it out through the whole live stream. Very much appreciated. And the guys that asked questions and commented and what's the word I'm looking for? People that were a part of it. For sure, I'll be here probably next Monday. We'll cruise around Knott's again and see if it's any different or not. Until then, thanks guys. We'll catch you all on the flippity flop.